Hey guys, Alex Wonder from MedicareSavingCenter.com. Today we're going to talk about Medicare supplement plans in New Jersey, plans, the pricing, how to compare the plans, and what the rates do over time. So let's jump on the computer and take a look.
I've highlighted the three most popular plans, F, G, and N, which we're going to go into detail and take a look at today. We're going to take a look at the pricing between each plan and what happens over time as the prices go up between the plans. The reasons we're not looking at the other plans is because they just don't make sense when you look at the premium versus benefit. You know, what you can get out of the G or the N plan versus these other plans. They're not competitive, meaning there's not many companies offering these plans, so the pricing's kind of all out of whack. You want to go with a plan like an N, G, or F that's offered by a lot of different carriers, which creates competition in the marketplace. So meaning you can go with a carrier that's got really good pricing on plan N. You know, if there's only 3 companies offering plan A, it's, you know, they're going to charge what they want. So we're going to take a look at plan F, G, and N. And it's important to understand that all these Medigap plans you see here are accepted anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare. It does not matter what company or plan letter you have. The only requirement is that you go somewhere that takes Medicare. That's it. It doesn't matter if you're in New Jersey, New York, Florida, Alaska. Just go somewhere that takes Medicare. That's all you have to worry about. One thing these insurance companies don't want you to know is the plans are identical between the companies. So meaning plan G with Aetna is exactly the same as plan G with Cigna. Plan F with ARP is exactly the same as plan F with any other company. The only difference is the price. Also, there's not going to be any health questions when you're first enrolling onto Medicare. Whether you're turning 65 or you're coming off a group plan and getting Part B for the first time, you won't have to answer any health questions. You can get any plan you want. Also, there's a few select companies that do give non-tobacco rates to people who smoke if you're new to Medicare, turning 65 or getting Part B for the first time. Also, you can change companies or plans after your initial enrollment period, but you do have to go through health underwriting, answer some few basic yes or no health questions to get approved. So if you start out on a plan F at age 65 and at age 70 you decide it's too expensive, you want to go to a plan N, you can do so, but you just have to answer some basic yes or no health questions to get approved. We do specialize in helping people change plans and change companies, so we know all the underwriting like the back of our hand. So give us a call if you want to take a look at a lower rate for your supplement plan. Also, rates do increase over time. There's really nothing you can do to prevent that, though something you can do to keep the money in your pocket, not the insurance company's pocket, is simply have an independent broker like myself shop the rate for you so you can see if there's a better rate available for your plan F or plan G, or maybe you want to go from a plan F to a plan N, or whatever you want to do. Give us a call and we can look at some rates for you. So plan F in New Jersey, a very popular plan. It's the most expensive one. A lot of people think it's the best plan, and I'm going to explain why it's not. So as you can see here, plan F is only one of 2 plans that covers the Part B deductible, which is $166 in 2016. There's about 25 different companies offering plan F, each with a different price. And an average price for a female non-smoker turning 65 in New Jersey is going to be between $150 and $215 per month. Now this is dependent on the company you are looking at or applying with. You can get a plan F for $150, or you can get a plan F for $215. There's going to be 2 different companies. There's about 24, 23 companies in between. It usually makes sense to go with the company that's got the best rate. Also, plan F is not going to be offered to people turning 65 after January 1st, 2020. Everybody who has plan F already at that time can keep it indefinitely, but because no younger, healthier people are going to be going on to the plan, you're going to see higher rate increases than we have in the past. And that's one reason why I don't like plan F It's higher than the rates are much higher than Plan G and N. And they're going to close the plan off, meaning they're not going to take any new people on the plan after 2020, so you're going to see higher rate increases. Plan G in New Jersey, Plan G is a great plan. I really like it. It's got a lot of value. As you can see, it's very similar to a Plan F. In fact, almost identical. The only difference is you pay the Part B deductible yourself in Plan G, which is $166 in 2016. Under Plan F, you pay extra premium to the insurance company to pay it for you, and on top of that is usually an extra difference between the premium on F and G after you factor in the deductible, and we'll take a closer look at that here in a little bit. Again, about 25 different companies offering Plan G, each with a different rate. Looking at our average premium of $130 to $190, best rate being $130 for a female non-smoker age 65 in New Jersey. And we see much more stable rate increases than Plan F, and I'll show you the exact figures here in a little bit. Plan N, you get a lot of value out of Plan N in New Jersey because compared to the rest of the country, Medicare supplement plans in New Jersey are very expensive. So you want to go with a plan that's going to be competitive and affordable, and Plan N offers that. You can see it's similar to Plan G. You pay the Part B deductible yourself. In addition, you see these little asterisks here under the Part B, Medicare Part B coinsurance or co-payment. Simply means there's a $0 to $20 copay at an office visit, whether it's a specialist or a doctor. You'll pay anywhere from $0 to $20, and $50 at an ER unless you're admitted. Also, you can see this box here, Part B excess charges are not covered. And Part B excess charge is essentially when a doctor, provider, whoever, overcharges Medicare by the Medicare approved amount. They can only overcharge 15% of the Medicare approved cost, and something that rarely ever happens. All you have to do is make sure you go somewhere that takes Medicare assignment. You can call ahead of time, make sure they do. When you're in the office, make sure they take Medicare assignment. You'll never see an overcharge. Unfortunately, this is something that a lot of people, or a lot of agents or companies use as a scare tactic to sell you a higher priced Plan F and sometimes a Plan G. As you can see, there's only two plans that cover Part B excess charges, F and G. If it was that big of a deal, wouldn't every plan cover the excess charge? It really isn't. It doesn't happen very often at all, and it can be easily avoided. Plan N's a great value in New Jersey. The starting premium for a female turning 65 is going to be about $98 a month, and that's going to go all the way up to $150, again depending on the company you go with. We talked about excess charges. So here's the figures. We're comparing F versus G versus N. In these columns we see the monthly premiums. These are the monthly premiums for the best rates. So the best rate for Plan F was $150, $130 for Plan G, $98 for Plan N at age 65. And it increases. Plan F is going to increase industry average 9% a year. Okay, so we've got Plan F increasing 9% a year. We go up to age 80 here. As you can see, over a 15-year period, about $53,000 in premium compared to a 15-year period on a Plan G of $31,000 and Plan N $23,500. You can see the chart here. Plan F really starts to take off about age 71. The difference between Plan F and the other two plans is it gets very substantial as time goes on. It gets very, very expensive. You can see Plan G and N pretty much remain stable. They do obviously increase for about 4% a year, but you're way better off in the long run on Plan G or N. Plan N in particular is showing a lot of value in New Jersey over F and G. And here's a notice from Company Equitable Life and Casualty. Great company. I just want to show you an example of the rate increases that we do see coming from these Medigap companies. You can see 13.8% for Plan A. Plan A is not a popular plan at all, but it is sold. 9.5% for Plan F, 0 for Plan G, and 6% for Plan N. Another example from CSI, another great Medicare supplement company. Plan F 7%, Plan G 1%, Plan N 2.5%. When the rate increases come across my desk, Plan F about 9% on average, Plan G and N anywhere from 0 to 5% on average. Plan G and N just give you much more value, way more stable on the rate increases than Plan F. Another look at the rates over time. You can see that I laid out the differences here between each plan. You'll notice here the rate difference gets substantial at age 70 between F and N, almost $1,400 for the year. Also F and G, $876. Remember, the only difference between F and G, an annual deductible of $166 for the year. And then N, you have small co-pays at the doctor. And then the excess charges, which, like I said before, is not a big deal. Age 78, 8 years later, difference between F and G, about $2,500. I mean, that's enough to make you want to never get a Plan F. $3,200 between F and N. I see this all day long. Plan F just increases such a high rate, it's not a good buy. You get way more value out of an N or a G plan. The 3 popular plans, F, G, and N. You can go to any Medicare doctor, any hospitals, no referrals needed, no networks. You're free to go wherever you want, as long as they take Medicare. There's no health questions asked when you're new to Medicare. Turning 65 or getting Part B for the first time, there's no health questions at all. You can pick any plan you want. It's important to go with the carrier that's got the best rate. Whether you choose Plan G or N, give us a call and we can go over some rates with you and pick the best rate available for you, and that's free of charge. You can reach us at 800-208-4974, or you can go to MedicareSavingCenter.com and get a quote there, or you can click on this little icon here and it'll bring you to the website. There's also a link in the description. You can simply enter in your information and we'll get in touch with you and go over what's available and get you on the best rate possible. I'd like to thank you guys for watching today. Give us a call if you have any questions. We'll be glad to hear from you. Again, we'll hope to hear from you soon. Take care.